What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another install video. Hope you're all having a great day, and if you aren't already subscribed to the channel and want to subscribe, that would be awesome. Today, well, again, real quick, got some more parts that just came in from GK Tech. Again, shout out, thank you guys so much for making quality products and answering all my questions. To our left here, we have an upgraded clutch line. This deletes all the hard lines and just runs this cable from the slave all the way up to the clutch reservoir. And then here we have our upgraded brake lines. Brake lines on the GTS-T are again 30 years old, so it's about time to change them out. Next, I'm going to be ordering new rotors and brake pads. I might go with a big brake kit from GK Tech if they have any more available, but if not, I did find some nice slotted rotors and some nice pads. The brake line install won't be until another couple of months. Right now, I'm saving money because I just spent so much money the past month on the Skyline. And also with the clutch line as well, I'm probably gonna upgrade the clutch. But for today's video, we will be installing the Hicas lock bar kit from GK Tech, and also we will be looping the power steering line. So here, this middle assembly, we have our Hicas lock bar. To the left and right, we have our adjustable toe arms. To accommodate that, we have our polyurethane knuckle bushings. So for those included with the kit, if you don't want to disable your lines, they make like a plunger bolt here. And then we have the rear camber arms to accommodate the front camber and the wide wheels I want to run. We have our 3/8 line. This is about 27 inches long. Have an Pitman arm pulley to get the stock knuckle bushing out, some hose clamps, and some lubricant grease. To those who don't know what the Hicas system is, it's Nissan's active rear steering that was introduced in the late 80s, early 90s on the S chassis, most S chassis and R chassis. I believe in the 33 and 34, their Hicas is electronic, where the 32 late R chassis and the late S chassis were hydraulically driven. But I'm deleting the lock bar because I do plan on drifting the Skyline, which would make my, I guess, experience more predictable. And there's come times where the Hicas has been failing on me or has been acting up whenever I drive and hit between 70 and 80 kilometers per hour. The Hicas will kick in and just shift my toe inward or outward, which will cock my steering wheel, which will kind of throw me off the road so suddenly. So it's kind of scary and very dangerous, hence why I'm deleting the Hicas, and the technology is 30 years old. As of right now, I'm gonna lift the rear end of the Skyline up, PB blast all the bolts that are accommodated with the Hicas system and rear toe, let it sit for a couple of hours, come back so that the bolts will be easy for us to work with, and I'll do my best to explain the whole process. Wheels are off, Skyline is suspended in air, car is stable. Would highly recommend getting a large moving box from Home Depot that you could utilize over and over again for car work. Box ran me like $1.50. So here's your icky Hicas bar that is 30 plus years old. We have the toe arms here. We'll take this cover off, hit this knuckle bushing ball joint PB blaster, hit these, I think these are 19s or 21 millimeters. Hit that PB blaster. Here are the hydraulic lines. Also, we'll take those out, and this is gonna drip onto your lovely cardboard. Not a whole lot of rust, or not even a lot of rust anyway. It's all like surface rust, nothing crazy. We'll have to swap out this rear subframe bushing to polyurethane in the future. Here we have our stock rear camber arm. I'm going to have to take out the coilover to remove it. So we'll blast the bottom PB blaster and then the inner and outer bolts. Cool. So we got every bolt we are going to be taking off today PB blasted. Don't be generous with the PB blaster, just full send it. Full sent these guys up here. Made a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. So we'll let these bolts sit an hour or two. I have to go run errands. Update. So we got the cotter pin removed. We broke this locking nut free. Now I'm trying to separate the tie rod from the ball joint using a tie rod separator and Thor's hammer. Cool, so we have both stock camber arms broken free. I'm pretty sure I can just undo the bottom of the coil body here to the knuckle to just slip this guy out. Next, I'm going to, again, try to tackle this. Hopefully I can get it. Okay, so we got the first camber arm out. Here we have our GK Tech camber arm. We'll just put them next to each other to get a accurate stock adjustment until I take it to the alignment shop and have them do the more specific adjustments. What's cool about the GK Tech camber arms is that you can, originally these two bolts, this was a nut and this was like a long thread bolt, was on the opposite side, which made it longer. If you wanted to, you can swap them over like what I did to get more negative camber. What I ended up doing right now until I get my alignment is just max out the negative camber. So when I get my alignment shop, when I go to the alignment shop and get the car aligned, I can bring it into my desired length. So now they're ready to go. Just got done installing the rear camber arms. Pretty straightforward. I couldn't adjust them too negative because I have to accommodate for the toe and or get this toe arm removed so I can add more camber. But again, I'll have the alignment shop do that. So our next task is to sever the toe arm from this knuckle joint here. All right, everybody, so I got it out, but I've been hammering at this thing for 20 minutes. And then I was like, wait, what about this $15 tool I bought? Will that work? 2 rotations and it popped out. So we got your first toe arm removed. Let's go attack the passenger American driver side. It's here, that's your toe arm. Let's go ahead and take that bolt out. Got your ball joint remover thingy, slide it in between, thread it on, center to the bolt, hand tight. Next, you remove the bolts holding the Hicas bar in place. They are 19 millimeters. I already got them loosened, broke free. So don't take it out all the way because you want enough leverage to get your hydraulic power steering lines out. So the best way to get these hydraulic lines out is with a tube line wrench. There's only 4 points, which ensures proper fitment on the bolt, and that also ensures that it doesn't strip. Before you drop your Hicas bar, be sure to unscrew the brackets holding the power steering lines in place. You got one here towards the front of the car, and then you got one up above near the diff there. Successfully got the Hicas bar out. Surprisingly, this thing is kind of heavy. Shedding weight, always good. More power to the rear wheels. Right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and plug up these lines in the meantime, review the forearms on what needs to be removed. But so far, everything's good. Just gonna go up and clean up that area too. Unfortunately, to get these knuckle ball joints out, I need to remove the coilover so I can fit the separator in to this crevice here. Okay, so I got the Hicas lock bar in. You utilize the two 19 millimeter bolts on top. I'm about to plug away the hydraulic lines here. Got the toe angle arms in as well. Still need to take out the bushing there, as well as the passenger side is all completed. So next up, take the coils out, push out the ball joints, and button everything back up. We are back, everybody. Got the boys. Thank you, boys. Got out the first ball joint here. Was a huge pain in the ass. Had to modify the ends of this ball joint clamp. In a nutshell, this is how it should look, and you just give it the beans and eventually it'll pop out. Got your C-clamp on the ball joint. Just wanna
just give it the bean. Look at that movement. It's like giving birth.
Oh my god. You're so close.
Maxed out.
You should be able to just pull it out.
Oh. Ow.
There she is. 30-year-old ball joint.
Alright, so we got everything in. Camber arms are nice and tight. Torque to spec. We got the toe arms tight and torque to spec. Hicas bar is all nice, as well as the other side. Cool. So again, got all the bolts tight and torqued down to spec. Skyline is on the ground. Definitely need a wheel alignment. Camber in the rear remains the same, but driver's side, it's a little bit towed out, and for the passenger side, it's a little towed in. Again, nothing in alignment can't fix. So with the Hicas deleted, what you want to do is go to your trunk, and for the Hicas warning light, unplug this wire from the back. It's going to be the smaller of the two, and that will eliminate the Hicas light on the dash. So in another video, I will show you how to remove your additional Hicas lines and Hicas solenoids and how to loop the system. Again, you'll need about 27 inches of 5/8 line. You're going to be removing this guy here. We'll be also be deleting this unit. We're going to be looping this section here down to another section underneath the car, which I'll have to show you in another video. But you'll cut that hard line, and then you'll just use your 5/8 line and loop from down there to here, and I believe that is going to be the line that cools the power steering pump. That's going to go ahead, guys, and conclude this video. I will make part 2 as soon as I can, maybe within the next couple of days. But thank you again, Ben and Brandon, for all your help. And this Hicas eliminating process isn't too difficult, but it is sort of time consuming. Definitely recommend at least a buddy or two to help you out. As you can tell by removing these ball joints that were 30 years old was such a pain in the ass, and you can just see how thick it is and how much force it took to get these out. Definitely need 2 people and the right tools. But thank you again, everybody, for your continuous love and support. And if you have any other questions, please let me know. And also, there's plenty of information on the Japanese and Australian forums. Other than that, guys, thank you for all you do. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe on, that would be awesome. And remember, eat my drive low. We'll see you next video. Take care.